thank you for coming to Deckmantel.
For sure.
First question, how do you prepare for your set?
I listen to some Prince records, Kraftwerk music, and I'm ready just like that.
And this is, you don't have a sort of a system how you start out, it's just, you feel the vibe and you go for it.
Yeah. I mean, I have 4 or 5 different ways I can start the show. So I kind of check out the crowd and see if I played it before. If I played it before, I try to do a different intro. And then I actually go into my set I did back in the 80s, the same DJ set, to show the new kids, this is how I got started. So it's like the evolution of the Egyptian Lover. So I started as a DJ, doing DJ tricks, playing record backwards, and mixing and scratching. Then I go from the DJing into playing my 808 drum machine. Then I go from that to performing my own music, and then it just shows the evolution of the Egyptian Lover and how I got to where I am.
Do you feel like youth of today need to be educated or need to be reminded what it was once like?
Well, if you don't know, you don't know. So if someone tells you, say, oh, that's how that got started. Oh, that's how they used to do it. Because kids today, I mean, sometimes they don't know, how are you DJing? Like this girl came to me one time and says, how are you playing records, playing music without a laptop? I'm saying, I'm actually using real vinyl. She's like, yeah, I've seen that before, but you have to have a laptop. I said, no, you're thinking about something else. And so I kind of explained to her, these are vinyl records where they actually made. She said, oh, like my grandfather has. I'm like, yeah, like your grandfather has. But check this out. And then I start mixing and scratching. She's like, okay, this is totally different than what I thought records were. And that was just something that if you don't know, you don't know.
Is there something like a perfect DJ set, and when is it perfect?
A perfect DJ set is when the crowd is screaming when I'm playing the 808 drum machine. And when I got the crowd with the 808 drum machine, I could do anything after that. And I usually play one of my new songs after that. And I have 2 brand new albums also. I'll play something from my album entitled 1984, and they just always grab to it.
Can you try and explain why the 808 has such a timeless sound?
Don't know. Can't explain it. It's like a woman's figure. I mean, it's timeless. Something you always look at from the old to the new to in between. It's beautiful. The sound has a uniqueness of its own, and from day one when I heard it, it's like, wow, I love this. I first heard it on Planet Rock, and when I've heard that, I just fell in love with whatever they use. The drummer, whatever kind of drum he had, that's what I wanted. Then I found out it was a drum machine, and it was like, okay, this is it. I have to get this drum machine. And when I got it, I programmed the beats, and it's like, okay, I'll never stop. So 33 years later, I'm still using the 808. I love it.
33 years of using 808 and still.
It's beautiful.
This is a hard one as well. Can you try and describe your music in 3 words?
3 words? Sex, freak, party.
This is an existential question. Why do you make music?
I make music to make people dance. I started out as a DJ, and I want to make people dance. So I make music to make people dance, and I guess you can hear it in my music. Like he loves what he does, and yes, I do. I love what I do. And the new album, 1984, you'll hear the passion that I have for music in that album, as well as everything I put out in the past. So from day one all the way till today, you hear the same passion that I have for music, and that's what I do, and that's what I love to do.
The title is 1994?
1984.
1984.
That was the year I made my first album. So I actually went back to the same studios that I recorded my first album. I used the same equipment, the 808, the vocoder, the Jupiter 8, and I got the same exact sound that I had back in 1984 in LA when we had the Olympics going on, and we were doing dances at the sports arena with Uncle Jam's Army. It was just crazy. And I just took that whole vibe and made this new album called 1984, and people love it.
You were talking earlier about being an artist. What's the best thing about being an artist?
You can let everything go. You can show everything you have hidden inside of you. You can actually let it go on a record. You can be yourself. You can be what you want to be. You don't even have to be who you thought you were. You can be who you want to be. And when you're being that person, you can actually grow into that person and just be that person. I mean, when you look at artists like Michael Jackson, I mean, he wasn't Michael Jackson when he started. Even as a little kid, he had a lot of talent. But when he became Michael Jackson, when he came out with Billie Jean and Thriller, that's who he wanted to be, and that's what an artist does. He puts it out there what he wants to be, and then he has to prove that he's that person, and that's what an artist is all about.
Is this also related to the way you play your DJ set, to show kids that you can actually become something through music?
I think just never give up. Whatever you do, whatever how the way you DJ, how the way you produce music, never give up. Be yourself. Don't try to follow the trends. Do what you like and keep at it. I mean, I've been doing what I like for 30-something years, and I'm still keeping at it, and the crowd loves it.
I think we already know the answer to this, but I gotta ask you this: will you ever stop making music?
Nah, I haven't got albums ready when I die. Beyond the Tomb.
Beyond the Tomb.
That's already ready. As soon as I die, it's coming out. And Beyond the Tomb, Volume 2. So if you're looking at this in the year 2248, Beyond the Tomb, Volume 3 will be out.
And then as a question, is there an ideal environment, and what would it be like to make music?
I think for me, it's in the studio, because it's big, it's professional, the sound is there, but everybody's different. I mean, I can't write songs at home because it's just at home. You know, that's a different thing for me. But when I go to the studio, that's me working. So I create in the studio, and that's where I get most of my inspirations from.
So studio and house is a
totally different for me. I learned in the studio, so that's where I go to work. I don't work at home, I work in the studio. I make professional music for professional ears, and I hope you got one.
Then as a final question, you're playing Deckmantec Festival today?
Yes.
What do you find about the festival? Is there any experience?
I mean, I love all the festivals. I mean, just a lot of people getting together, a lot of people that don't know who you are because maybe they came to see somebody else, but then they come and see you and then fall in love with you and then download your music. You know, they put their phones up and Shazam the song and like, oh, this artist got this, and this. Oh, he made that song? I didn't know that. And they just say, wow, okay, he's been around since forever and he just rocked the place. And one of his friends said, yeah, did you see when he played the record backwards? And then you see when he played the 808? I mean, they put all this together. It's like, it was the same guy. But yes, it was. So I could do it all, baby, just like that.
Final question, is there anything special, different we can expect from you today, or is it you got your mind set? How do you feel?
Maybe some new stuff, some new songs from the new album. So I'm ready. I'm prepared. I'm watching the crowd. If they don't like something, I'm going to go to something else. But I know I'll always grab them with the 808. So just be ready for that.
Egyptian lover Deckmantel, thank you so much.
Well.
Amazing, thank you.